Hello, welcome back to episode 2 of Night's Podcasting, and we are doing another music review, and guess who the artist is? It is Jaden Smith. Yeah, I am a Jaden Smith enthusiast, and this album, ctv3, not the latest one, ctv3 Day Trippers to get it confused. ctv3 The Cool Tape Volume 3 is a studio album by American rapper and singer Jaden Smith, and it's his fourth installation of the Cool Tape series, and there are some features such as Rory and Justin Bieber, and this is also a prequel, surprisingly, to Sire, even though it was like made after Sire. And it also is kind of ironic because the entire album is literally the opposite of Sire. It also makes a lot of sense considering like ctv3 The Cool Tapes Volume 3 was more of Jaden like falling in love, and Sire, despite being in 2017, like the aftermath of falling in love, in which he got his heart broken. And the love story that Jaden implied was pretty clear because throughout the entire album it had like a common melody of his pop, you could say pop themed tracks like Cabin Fever or Lucy, in which in track Lucy, of course, he expresses his love towards a specific girl named Lucy. Unlike Sire, of course, I know this is like before Sire, but unlike Sire, he doesn't really express the pain he's been put through because of one girl. Compared to ctv3, he's less pessimistic and loves the girl regardless, in which it's Lucy. He also states in Rainbow Bap, in the, I believe, third track of the album, he states, "You don't care about me and it's tough, girl." So it's clear that regardless if this girl loves him back or not, he'll still love her. Also, one more thing, comparing back to Sire, he's much more optimistic and like not really fearing heartbreak, even though no matter how much like signs like she showed that like she's not really interested anymore, he's still like pursuing her, which is the main theme throughout the entire album, which is him madly in love with the girl. You could say it's Jaden's like simp album, because like the entire album he really just talks about the love he cherishes for Lucy, and talks about coming over and doing various things couples usually do. But after a while it kind of gets a bit repetitive. Like tracks like Deep End were kind of like I get it, man, you're like so deeply in love with this girl, but it's kind of like compared to this Sire. I now keep comparing this to Sire, but it's very, I would say, repetitive. Also on some tracks, like they're kind of like depressing and they have the same tone in which he says if he doesn't get with the girl, he'll do something to himself. Tracks like Photograph and Falling For You, but regardless, those are great fire tracks, by the way, don't get me wrong. I know I've been slandering Jaden for like this entire video, but like don't get me wrong, this production value has been great as always. I love the strum of the guitar in some of the tracks, such as in the songs Muted Sunrise, and I feel like it's better than, the production is a bit better than Sire, just by a bit though. The entire album gives off a very heavy like indie type of aesthetic, because like it's like the guitar, like the strumming, it gives a really strong folk feel. Examples, yeah, in the song Muted Sunrise, for example. In addition, this is a hip-hop album, so let's go on to the lyrics. So what I have to say about that is like the lyrics, like on every Jaden album I've listened to, like the lyrics have never been anything special, which is nothing wrong. Like he has like mediocre lyrics, which is like not bad, but I personally do like really enjoy Jaden's flow a bit more in ctv3 than Sire. A great track of that like proves this example is The Endless Summer. My personal favorite tracks were Circa 2015 and Lucy, but one of the problems I had with that's like Circa 2015, but it was a great song, but it was kind of weirdly placed there. I felt like it was the most riveting and emotional song there in the album, but after that, like that song, like the first song of the album, it just went back to some chill pop rap songs, excluding like the song Photograph, of course. The whole narrative of this album was, like I said again, was a bit repetitive, with the same old narrative of loving this girl Lucy, but I would say a lot of the tracks are pretty good, but my only complaint is it's just repetitive. Like there's really no like improving of Sire like there was in Sire, but regardless, I still enjoyed the album, and to be honest, I do enjoy the production much more than Sire. In all 17 tracks though, it did a pretty good job of narrating the story of Jaden falling in love. So for that, I give it a 7 out of 10. The main criticism I have about this album is it's a bit repetitive, but it gets the job done through his chill, like aesthetically pleasing like sound he has throughout the entire album, which includes like guitars and stuff. And for that, I give this album a 7 out of 10. It does have some flaws, but it doesn't really blind the fact that it's still a good album. Thank you guys for listening to my second episode installation of Nights Podcasting music reviews, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.